Now, we talked about it before the show kind of started. I am indeed a blockchain consultant. I'm an enterprise blockchain guy. I'm not a cryptocurrency guy. And even though I've got a degree in computer science, really, I'm not a technology guy. But what I do know is that the best blockchain projects are built on consortia, groups of multiple distrusting parties who agree to work together for the benefit of the ecosystem. And yet, when most of the work that I'm doing, when I start trying to describe this, the enterprise that I'm talking to says, well, we need to make profit, and we want to be centralized and we want to have control. And we only want to do blockchain in order to be able to kind of raise money. I'm like, okay, how do you, as a diplomat in your experience in diplomatic corps, work with multiple distrusting parties to find the common ground to start those conversations?
So, I mean, you started it there. You need to first of all be on that quest for common ground. If we want to collaborate, then we
Mm.
need to establish that. And what's often immediately obvious is what we don't have in common. So that might be, amongst companies, that might be different, histories or ways of working, or, even feeling that you're competing for the same clients. But we need to counterbalance that with actually what is the bigger picture that we can do together. So are we in that zero sum game thinking where actually I can only win if you do badly, because in that case the consortia won't move forward. And we actually need to be quite explicit about this, not take it for granted or make assumptions, because things just fall through if we're not really clear about how we are interdependent, how we need each other, why we need each other, and then to start building on that common ground. So it can be really small at first, but that is your focus. What are the things that we can do together that we can't do separately? How do we then create that path, co-create that path? And you set out at the end of your question almost, how do we create that? Well, it is a creation. I can't tell you what it looks like. And that's part of the mindset shift, that we go into a world where we're exploring, not fighting. Fighting sort of closes down opportunities often. It means we're sticking to what we've always done. We're trying to do what we do well, and beat the other person with it. So we do more of it. We do it harder. We do it again and again. But actually, what we want to do here is co-create something that hasn't been done before. So that needs much more of an explorer's mindset, if you like, where we are learning, we're experimenting, we're sharing information, we're challenging, we're supporting, because this is too complex for one of us to do on our own. So we need to acknowledge that this is too complex. I mean, a lot of the challenges that we face in society are too complex for any one of us to solve. The pandemic isn't solved by one person. The vaccine isn't created by one person. The environmental
Mm.
issues will not be solved by one person. And we need to move on from what's a sort of 19th century mindset almost, that somehow we are just fighting individual battles where there is one winner and one loser. Our world doesn't look like that. The issues that we are dealing with in business and in society don't look like that anymore. Actually, in our personal lives, it doesn't look like that either.